Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Last Viking TV back again. I wanted to talk to you more about Ethereum. If you watched my previous video about Ethereum, you'll go ahead and learn about Ethereum over there versus Bitcoin and how Bitcoin and Ethereum were actually arch rivals at one point in time. So now we're going to be going and covering more in depth about Ethereum. As I stated in the last video, there's more cryptocurrency videos to come. Now, Ethereum, it is an open source public blockchain based on distributed computing platform. An operating system features smart contract, which is called scripting, functionality. It supports a modified version of Nakamoto's consensus via transaction-based state transitions. So basically, you're going to be getting what Bitcoin can offer plus the security of what Ethereum offers. No other coin does what Ethereum does or can do. Now, again, I'm not shilling this. I'm just blown away with my research and what I found about Ethereum. Now, moving on, Ethereum is a cryptocurrency generated by Ethereum platform and used to compensate mining nodes for computations performed. Each Ethereum account has an Ether balance, and Ether may be transferred from one account to another. Ethereum provides a decentralized virtual machine. The Ethereum Virtual Machine (EVM), which can execute scripts using international network of public nodes. The virtual machine's instruction set, in contrast with others like Bitcoin script, is thought to be Turing complete. Gas, an internal transaction pricing mechanism, is used to mitigate spam and allocate resources on the network. Ethereum was proposed in late 2013 by Vitalik Buterin. This guy. And so the cryptocurrency researcher and programmer, development was funded by an online crowd sale that took place between July and August 2014. The system then went live July 30th, 2015 with 72 million coins pre-mined. This account for about 68% of the total circulating supply in 2019. In 2016, as a result of the exploitation of a flaw in the DAO project smart contract software and subsequent theft of 50 million worth of Ether, Ethereum was split into two separate blockchains. The new separate version became Ethereum ETH, the new one. And so the new one had better security. This is the one that we're talking about today, Ethereum. So, Ethereum with the theft revised. And so the original continued to be Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic does not have nearly as much security as the new Ethereum. Ethereum Classic and Ethereum are not the same coin. Ethereum Classic has less security than its predecessor or its brother, Ethereum. So when you see the green Ethereum, that is the Ethereum Classic. When you see the gray symbol, kind of above my head, right over there should be, you see that one? That is the new Ethereum. So now moving on here, let's go ahead and check this on out here. I got a quick little video for you guys. Go ahead and take a look. Sorry, my big fat face is in the way. Here we go.
Thanks to the power of modern communication, we have the ability to create technologies that are decentralized, removing middlemen and allowing users to interact with each other directly through a global network. Decentralized applications have been becoming more and more important in the past 10 years, and have the benefits of massively reducing costs and barriers to entry, removing single points of failure, preventing censorship, and ensuring transparency and trust between all the parties involved in an interaction. BitTorrent, a file-sharing network developed in the early 2000s, is arguably the first decentralized application to have been created. BitTorrent allows anyone to share any kind of file with anyone else in the world, allowing people to distribute content quickly and easily, even if they do not have the resources to pay for their own website or server. 5 years later, Satoshi Nakamoto came up with the idea of a blockchain, a sort of distributed database, and used it to build Bitcoin, the world's first decentralized currency. Decentralized currencies like Bitcoin allow people to send money instantly anywhere around the world with no regard for national borders with negligible fees. Bitcoin is increasingly being used for international remittances, micropayments, and commerce online. Decentralized applications for finance, cloud computing, messaging, and distributed governance are soon to come. Ethereum is a platform that is specifically designed for people to build these kinds of decentralized applications, or dApps for short. Ethereum
Wait a minute.
Which
Didn't he say
platform that is specifically designed?
Didn't he just say governances are still to come? Let's take a look at that one more time.
Ethereum is a platform that is specifically designed for people to build these kinds of decentralized applications, or dApps for short. The Ethereum client, which we are calling the Ether browser, will include a built-in peer-to-peer network for sending messages, and a generalized blockchain with a built-in programming language, allowing people to use the blockchain for any kind of decentralized application that they want to create. Ethereum can be used to build financial applications that are fully trustworthy and transparent because they run on the blockchain. Online, cryptographically secure systems for managing your property and contracts. Social networking and messaging systems that allow users to maintain control of their own data. Systems for trading underutilized computational resources like CPU time and hard drive space. And eventually tools for online voting and distributed governance.
Distributed
the most
governance.
exciting applications of Ethereum are probably the ones that we have not even thought of. As with all new platforms for innovation, like the protocols that underlie the internet itself, it is not always easy to predict what they're going to be used for. Gmail, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the modern internet as a whole are all a result of early developments in the World Wide Web and JavaScript, the programming language of the World Wide Web, from the 1990s. Similarly, by providing a universal programmable blockchain and packaging it up into a client that anyone can use, the Ethereum project hopes to do the same for finance, peer-to-peer commerce, distributed governance, and human collaboration as a whole. Now the question is, what will you build on top of Ethereum?
Very nice, very nice. So now, going back to that distributed governances, the Vitalik Buterin actually had a meeting with Vladimir Putin. Yeah, that's right, Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia. And here you can see the cartoon figure of them holding hands with an Ethereum logo. Keep in mind, this is not the Ethereum Classic logo. This is the new Ethereum. So, the International Economic Forum, which just wrapped up a St. Petersburg, reportedly resulted in more than 30 billion of its investments in euros, 30 billion euros. This article was published June 4th, 2017. Although kind of old now that we're in 2019, it is still news nonetheless, and this is something that we cannot forget. So, the final and most important result, however, is measured not in numbers, but in the mood and attitude of those who attended the forum and who was keeping an eye on the events and meetings held in North Capital of Russia. The cryptocurrency community is for sure left stunned by the recent meeting between Russian President Putin and the founder of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin. And now Putin becomes a fan of blockchains, as commented by Kremlin press secretary Dmitry Peskov. During the meeting, Putin and Buterin discussed the application of technologies in the country. Reportedly, the president supported the idea of establishing new business relationships following the road paved by blockchain technology. Earlier during the forum, the first Deputy Prime Minister Igor Shuvalov said that Putin is really enthusiastic about the idea of building a new digital economy in the country, and shared that at the moment at least 3 directions of blockchain applications are being explored and tested. So it was being tested in the middle of June. How many years does it take to actually launch something like this? 2 years? 3 years? So sometime in 2020, Ethereum should be launching with Russia. Let's see. Skepticism. Buterin was among the speakers at the panel discussion on blockchain economy, which actually became one of the most popular ones. Panelists discussed the potential of technology to trigger the establishment of a new type of economy, as well as regulatory issues related to that process. Russian regulators have been struggling so far to try and find a way to put blockchain. Every time I see "put," I think of Putin. Applications inside existing regulatory framework. Pseudo-anonymity is what concerns them the most. Buterin says, the CEO or creator of Ethereum, "I think this dilemma has no resolution. Regulators will always try to come up with new ways to control and analyze transactions, and people will always try to think how to hide these transactions. It is a sort of mathematical war, but systems properties will never let any of these sides win." So, something that proves that there is a transaction between one wallet and an owner of that wallet to another wallet and the owner of that wallet. That makes it maybe more mass adopted. Very much so, because that's what people want to see. They want to see transactions. They want to see receipts. You gotta think, how many people actually keep the receipts of where they spent their stuff? Because eventually, you cannot do any of this stuff without being taxed for it. You can, but it's illegal. So once you do it, you got to have a way that proves that you didn't make more than what someone may say you did. You actually made this exact amount. Now, there may be ways around it, but I'm not going to get into it. That's not what this video covers. The video just covers the information about Ethereum. Now, currently, hey there. So now let's see. Buterin, when Buterin first came up with the idea of Ethereum, he had only a few applications in his mind. As he said himself, however, as the technology matured and the network grew, he was amazed to see how many applications for Ethereum blockchain were found and suggested by numerous community members. Buterin, he says, the creativity and innovation brought about by the community are way more important than what I once came up with. Answering the question of one of the co-panelists, Buterin mentioned that we are right at the doorstep entering the period when blockchain technology is marching confidently across the industries. People started realizing that it is not just a toy for a bunch of hackers, but an efficient tool which has the potential to be deployed by banks, financial institutions, and businesses, and regulators, and etc. Wow, that's amazing. He shared his own experience in the blockchain space and what inspires him the most. I started in the blockchain space 6 years ago. I earned 20 BTC, 8.5 of them I invested into buying a shirt, Buterin says. Bitcoins I spent are now worth 20,000 and the shirt is long gone. But what I realized joining this global experiment is that this digital economy system only works if thousands of people are around the world work together. And the idea that a few thousand of people connected to the network can create an independent financial system impressed me a lot. Ideas of decentralization, cryptography, openness, and transparency stunned me. However, the application of blockchain is not limited to the cryptocurrency only. It has a huge potential to be applied across industries in businesses and organizations of all sizes, bringing significant benefits. Russia aims to become a global IT leader. Blockchain technology is often compared with another technological invention, the internet, and the impact of it's expected to become much greater, just like in the case of World Wide Web, WW. Those countries that decided to be bold and implement technology solutions before anyone else does are going to have a significant competitive advantage. Russia has a chance to become one of the leaders in global IT industry, even though details of the meeting between Putin and Buterin are kept under the seal of secrecy. One detail leak: the president is ready to give full support for the development of blockchain technology. What would definitely result in a much greater volume of investments coming into the country despite any restrictions and sanctions. So now, currently looking at Ethereum, we have a huge buy wall order here, all the way up into the 200, up until almost 190. Let's see. Oh, up. Whoa, look at that. The highest buy order right now is set at around 791. 791.98.
How much is Ethereum now?
So then, and so now you can go ahead and look over here at the sells. Not too many people wanting to sell. The wall is definitely a lot smaller than the buy wall. The buy wall is almost twice the size. So taking a look at that and maybe placing your orders. There will be a link to Coinbase. There will be a link to Binance.us. These are all safety secured links. I'm just going to basically copy them from the ones that I am using straight to the description down below. So there'll be a little arrow right underneath this video. Click on that. There'll be a link down below. Click on it and start your investing there. Of course, sign up, get verified, all that other stuff. Everyone does. And then Coinbase is also very... actually, Coinbase is one of the first, actually the only first U.S. supported and U.S. approved crypto exchange in the U.S. Second is Kraken, Kraken. I don't really suggest working with them because their security levels are not that great. Now, Coinbase is definitely the most secure. And then there's Binance.us. Binance.us is actually not part of Binance.com and is regulated and ran by a third-party vendor. So their security levels are still yet to be tested. So we're going to find out how well Binance.us works. And yeah, pretty much just green fields from here, right? Let's hope so. Anyways, happy investing, and I hope this video was informative to you. If it was, please drop a comment down below, give a thumbs up, and share this video with somebody you know that might not know about Ethereum. Thanks for watching. Until next time, Last Viking TV out, and please make sure you subscribe.